Hello, everyone. We're trying out a new camera thanite, a whole new setup. I like it's clearer, but that kind of backfired on me. It's a little clearer, but hello, welcome to Monday. Oh man, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to replace. If you get a better camera, you need a good host. Then, like, you need a better host. You can't have like you know, you can't have crystal clarity and still have whatever's going on here. So happy Monday. Good to see you, everyone. 2 minutes early. I mean, a minute early. It's like football season, so you get a 2 minute warning. And then I go live and I do the throat clearing, the throat. We're just going to go through it. We're going to give ourselves, I've been sitting in silence for a half hour. I meditate like a Shaolin monk on an ice throne because I don't feel, I just, I just, and, and so that's my prep, it's my preparation for this whole shebang. And so I gotta talk and hear myself talk and kind of break the, push the walls out with some sonic waves. Just push them out, push the air out, push the aura around in the studio, in the Jeff Ward studio. So good to see you. I hope everyone had a good week. As good as we can in end times. My hair will settle into something. Maybe next year with a new budget, we'll get a stylist up in here on site. So good to see you, Mark, Mike, Robert, Zach. Hello. Hey, Ron. Ron's hitting out with the big comment. Having both plumbing and HVAC issues today. So, Jeff, no pressure, but bring some much needed brightness into my day, will you? Well, I will try. I will do my best. We got some stuff to talk about. I got a lot of stuff. I was gonna come out here with the 15% ABV. I was gonna come out here, but I'm like, no, I'll be slurring my words a little earlier than normal. So I didn't want to do that. But it's a dog head or dogfish. God damn it! I wish I would have brought it out. But it's Abogado. Abogado is the beer. What's up, Phil? Good to see you. What's going on? Oh, and Ron, I hope those issues resolve yourself. I just went through. I'm going through so many issues, but one of them was the HVAC system, wherein I almost electrocuted myself. But that's cool. That's cool. What's up, Josh? Number one, Brandon. Good to see you, Brandon. How you doing in fantasy football? I'm sure Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr. is here. He's going to do some gloating. We're going to let him gloat. Let him gloat. He can gloat all he wants, and that's fine. It's First Amendment. That's fine. What's up, Jim? Good to see you. Hey, David. Good to see you. Jason, Alan. Good to see you, Alan. And Zach, we're actually looking at getting our first house. Just found an awesome neighborhood today. Zach, I'm happy to hear that. Good on you. And you're welcome to that stage of life. I'm just gonna turn on this light a little bit, which is funny because turn down the light is a cemetery dance title I'm waiting for. So I'm waiting on that. Let's get into the Magic Duff bucket. It's a little fun stuff tonight. We got to elevate Ron's mood. You got HVAC and what was it? And plumbing. Oh, Ron, you're gonna like this. So I when I was going to Tulsa, there was something in Tulsa last year. I don't remember what it was. Oh yeah, Fracassi Fest. The day before I was leaving, the water under our sink, the pipe just blew up. Water was everywhere, and it was just flowing and flowing. So I had to shut the water off, and we didn't have water coming to that sink, which is fine because I live in a mansion. We have multiple sinks for some reason. There's 7 sinks in this house, but we shut that off, and I said I'll fix it when I come back. I came back and I tried to fix it, and because I forgot how a compression setting works, it's a copper pipe that fits into a shutoff. And basically, I paid $250 to a plumber for nothing. It was a compression setting, and it wasn't the shutoff that was the problem. It was the faucet. Had I just spent a little more time, I would have remembered, oh, that's how a compression setting was. But and I would have gone through the whole rigmarole of replacing the shut off and then discovered that it was the faucet the whole time, and I would have spent far less money. Anyway, so don't be like Jeff. Don't be stupid. Good evening, Jesse. Did I say Jesse? Yes, I did. I did. I can't really take all the credit. All the credit belongs with Jeff's Baltimore D. Yeah, I went to 0. But if you look at anybody on my bench, had I put in anyone really over my other starters, it would have made the difference. I lost by 2 points, basically. Some random guy. Good to see you. My new HVAC took much funds away from books. Yeah. It's going to. And then I had to deal with that. Oh, let's just check in with the Magic Duff bucket. Not that any of you were really thinking, like, you didn't equate me with manliness. Like, that's not my brand. But it's about to dip. So I'm just letting you know on the manly index, I'm just about to take another nosedive a little bit, because the beer tonight is pumpkin spice walla latte. And I don't know what 10W40 means. I don't care. This is a high wire brewing. This is like an 8% ABV. So half of the fun you were going to have, about a little more than half the fun, watching me drink a 15% ABV. So I love pumpkin spice. I don't care. I don't care. I have white girl magic, I guess. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, this is pretty good. It's not Rapture good, but it's good. We're having roof problems. Have to come up with $15K to get replacement. Got estimate today. Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. Oh, that's awful. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's so. Ugh. After hearing all this, I don't want to buy. We're scaring Zach away. No, Zach, you should. You should. I was a lot more savvy than I realized when I was a young man and I bought my first place, which was a condo. I've never rented. It's not a bragging point. I got a union job that was literally working in hell. Literally. I know it's not literally, but I worked in hell for 12 years, and that got me a condo. And I bought a condo. And I remember when I bought it, I asked if I could rent it instead of selling it when I moved on, just to rent it out. And I couldn't, because they had a, you're in an association and they have rules against things, just like an HOA. So I couldn't do it, but otherwise I would have. Now that's the move to make, Zach. If you could buy it property, and then instead of selling it, you rent it, then somebody else pays that mortgage, and you move on to another house. And that way you've got some long-term. I'm not here for financial advice, so you shouldn't be here for financial. I'll just tell you to spend the money on the books. That's what I do. Oh, and I got a bell. Yeah, this is my bell. If there's a sale, remember we were doing Daytide last week, and I said I should have a bell. I want a big clanger. Yeah, don't clip that and play that as a short, okay? But I want a bigger bell, not something that's like me asking for tea service or something. So buy the house, Zach. Long last roof. Oh, it does not look awful, Mike. No. Oh, it's okay. I mean, for something that's like off the shelf, it's good. There are very few beers. When I used to live in Chicagoland, and I had a Benny's Beverage Depot nearby, and they had some stuff that you could get that was like really good. A lot of good craft brews. And I mean, this is okay. It's okay. But like I said, it's not a Rapture, and it's not a Three Floyds. Three Floyds made some of my favorite stouts after Rapture, of course. But anyway, yeah, it's okay. So last roof lasted 26 years, so it's all good. That's good at least. We're actually looking at doing a new build at least. Well, those come with their own issues, Zach, but I'm not here to scare you. You're gonna get trade-offs, right? You're gonna get trade-offs. You buy an old house, you're buying someone else's unsolved issues. You buy a new house, then there's things that you didn't know they're settling and all that. You'll get nail pops, whatever. It's nothing's perfect unless you're like Oprah and you could burn half of Maui to get better property. I just like to dabble in conspiracy theories. That's all that is. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please don't come after me. If you could burn half the island, you can probably guarantee you'll get a good house. What is the opposite of off the shelf? Well, it's not the opposite, but it's like like what Mitch does. It's not just like mass produced. It's on tap, and then he does bottle it up. I don't know. You know what I mean? I meant mass produce. I meant like it's the difference between an Earthling edition and then like a trade chasing the boogeyman. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's a difference. On the floor, what, nail pops? Nail pops would be like if in the drywall. So they sometimes in new construction, the nail pops, the nails will pop out. Um, it happens. It's not, and the thing is, if you got somebody who's doing a development and they're just churning them out, a lot of times they'll put the studs. Studs used to be 16 inches apart. Now they're 24. But there are things that, like in this house, I bet you the timber, the lumber is higher quality because the new stuff, like it's all whatever materials. If you look at new lumber, it's not as dense. It can be weaker. Like there's craftsmanship. So you have to go with a good builder. I'm not spooking you. I'm not doing this. Some of my like realism pessimism is coming through, and just trying to prepare you to be armor plated as you go out and get this house built. It has to be a good builder, reputable builder. Go to the site, inspect, see what it looks like. Don't be afraid to say things, and hopefully they have some guarantees when you buy. You'll get some kind of warranty, some kind of like, yeah, with those nail pops. You call them up, you say, hey, some of these things are, you got to, okay, we'll come out, we'll touch it up. That's all. That's all. I don't know. Oh, off the shelf. Okay. So child labor, that's what Mitch does. Yes, Mitch does some child labor. Oh, here we go. Omni barcodes is the mark of the beast. Did you get yours yet, Wesley? Mine still itches. They said we could do the subdermal implant, or we could just do the tattoo the barcode. But here's the thing, Wesley. They tattooed the barcode on the back of my neck, but while they were there, I think they slid something under the skin. So branded, burned, and inked into the flesh. Each mark Omni comes with free money. Oh, why didn't you tell me that before? I didn't get paid shit. You should write a horror book where you just scare people about buying houses. Yeah, it's like a Bentley Little book. Jeff is already cut off. Oh. I think one of these days, Jill's going to come out here with that Sandman Sims hook. Remember Showtime at the Apollo? Oh, if you stayed up to watch Showtime at the Apollo, I'm your people. So you watch Saturday Night Live and then you stayed up. And you watch Showtime at the Apollo. It was awesome. And then Sandman Sims would come out and he dragged the bad axe off the stage with this big hook. So I don't know if Jill bought the hook yet or if she's going to do that. But I would. I definitely would. So anyway, yes. 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 So what do we got to talk about? Is Mitch even here? I didn't even know if I said hi to Mitch. If he's here, he's probably not. I could give him a minute or not. I don't know what he's doing. He might not be here. He might be making his um shall be made law during Trump's presidency. Really? Okay. All right. I'll be on the lookout for that. Um and now I'm not gonna really go into detail on what I'll do if that is the thing, but we'll just be polite and drink. He is busy canning my beer. Yeah, I need a resupply because I was going dry, you know. You placed an order today. Well, no wonder he's gone. I mean, he's got to go and get that done. Um, so I got some stuff to talk about tonight. Some odds and ends. Bentley Little did a couple of books about home ownership. The Handyman, the Association. These have become far too relevant to me lately. Never, ever, 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 ever. Oh, Zach, this is for you, Zach. Never, ever, 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 ever get into a homeowners association. Just don't ever do it. I know there are people out there like, oh, I'm in one. It ain't so bad. We just pool our money to have a pool. It's a community pool. Okay, not worth it. Not worth it. Well, we need it because that's how we pay for garbage pickup because our taxes don't cover that. That's fine. Not worth it. Pick somewhere else. Call up a garbage company. Say how much. I see your trucks out here doing the route. How much to stop at my house? $20 a month. Okay, let's do it. Did you splurge for Heretics, Stephen Dwayne Ellison Jr.? Oh, Ron, don't forget landscaping. It was landscaping, wasn't it? You have it now. I don't have it anymore. The chat book. I think it was landscaping. That is also something that would deter a new home buyer from buying a house. You know, that's a thing. I just can't imagine nowadays paying rent to the tune of $2,000 and not having anything after that. And I know it's hard. I'm not saying like you kids need to quit drinking your lattes. You know, that's what the old people say. The boomers, which is the level above me, would say, you guys need to stop drinking your lattes and you could afford it, and then you blah blah blah. I did it, you could do it, all that stuff. I'm not going to pretend to know what anybody else has. There are people that have far more money than me. There are people that have a little less than me. And we all have different priorities. So whatever that is, but I just think $2,000 on rent. And then at the end of it, you don't have like anything to hold up to leverage. I don't know. Not yet. Thanks for the reminder. Heretics. Frankenstein finally shipped from Centipede Cemetery Press. I almost said. Well, that's good. Frankenstein, I'm sure it's going to be amazing. I haven't bought directly. I got Gila. Thank you, Alan. That's awesome. I got to put that video up. I've been very laggy on posting. I've filmed a bunch of videos and I've been very negligent on editing and posting. Oh, that's right. Forgot about that chat book. Definitely add it to the list, Zach. Yeah. Anxious for my Frankenstein as well. Yeah, the association. Isn't there one called the House? Doesn't he have one? Yeah, the House and the Association. Yeah, you said that, but Haunted. Oh, the Handyman. Yeah. I mean, really, okay. Honestly, any Bentley Little book. The Circle is about the suburbs. It's all about his hatred or his anger at complacent white middle class, upper middle class white America. That is really like the demon. If Bentley Little created his own religion, upper middle class white would be the devil incarnate for him. And all of the little culture, all that upper middle class white culture is is just burns Bentley Little. He can't take it. Your little suburb, your little, store. You're feeding the capitalist beast. It's going to eat you. It's going to eat you, and you fed it. And then how dare you buy a house and want to get it landscaped and hire somebody to do it for you because you're so wealthy that you don't even get to do the work yourself. Oh, he has such disdain for the rich people who just pay to get shit done. I can't say I don't share some of that. I can't say that I have. I was just talking to my son about, we were talking about hobbyists and people who like to build and customize things. And I was telling him, I go, well, look at when we go, there's this festival we go to every year called Strawberry Fest. And they have what's called a cruise in, where they drive in, they have all these old cars. So all the gearheads come in with the cars they've been working on. They're usually classic vintage cars. I mean, these things are just pure Americana, right? These things are glorious. And then, so you walk the street and you look at all these cars, and the guys are standing out there. The hoods are open. They're happy to talk about the interior, the under, what's under the hood, what they've done to it, how they've restored it. I am out of my element. I would have no idea what to say to these guys. They could tell me like, oh, it's got a Copperhead 312 under there. And I'd be like, oh, that's awesome. And they'd be like, I just made that up. And I'd be like, oh, you're pretty creative. I wouldn't know what to say. So these guys are all there. And then you'll walk the street and then you'll see some cars that are just like brand new. Like, let's just say if 2025 Corvette sitting there. It just rolled off the lot. The guy went there, he paid for it and drove it right to that street and parked it, and then stood outside it like he accomplished something. Now, granted, you've accomplished a certain amount of success in life if you can afford such a toy. That's fine. You can be mighty proud of your career, your financial standing, as long as you're not going bankrupt because you bought the toy. That's fine, but you didn't accomplish shit in the scheme of this street. There are people on this street that have put their blood and sweat into restoring some old car, putting on original parts, whatever they're doing. They're hunting it out. They've really built this thing. And so I give them a lot more respect than somebody who thinks they could just buy admiration. So I do share some of Bentley Little's feelings about that. Like, again, there's nothing wrong with accomplishing a financial standing where you could do that. But don't park your car next to someone who worked his ass off for like a decade, scraping together whatever he could to restore the car, and act like you're peers. You're not. He's in a total different league than you. I say he because it's usually a guy that's restoring the cars. So I'm sure there are many women who also like to get under the hood and make fine automobiles. So please do not read into that at all. I know by talking about it, I keep it going. So what's up, JJ? What's going on? What are we at? Handyman was the only little book I really liked. Oh, well, that's something. So the cat was just congratulating you on your 200th episode. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Lance, and pass that along. Thank you, Alan. 200. Yes, it's 200. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? The cat. That's very nice. Bentley Little has done for horror what fatherhood did to your body. I like that quote. The newest Legati is also shipping from Cairo Terra as well. I should really I should really look into that. Chirotera. Um, Thank you for the congrats, Stephen Dwayne Ellison Jones. Stephen Dwayne Ellison Jr. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, 200 episodes. That's 4 years. 52 weeks a year, right? Well, it's just shy of 4 years. Jeez. It's a lot of Mondays, and it's fuel. It's like ding, fill up your tank, talk books, go about your week. First 200. I'm touched, Stephen Dwayne Ellison Jr., that you said first 200, which implies there will be 200 more. Another 4 years. Oh, could you imagine how unhinged the next 4 years will be? I mean, just on this channel. Oh, number 200, Dirty 30. Oh, Hans is here. Good to see you, Hans. What? You're here for a milestone. That's really sweet. We should have had a clip show, right? When all those shows hit a milestone, all those long-running television series, they do a clip show where they talk about past episodes and things that happened, and we'd all remember with them. Like, did the Cosbys have one? Did Cheers have? I don't remember. It used to be like a staple. Oh, we're at a clip show. They're just going to show parts of old shows and make jokes about them. So we could have had a clip show if anybody had bothered to clip anything. And I know earlier in the episode tonight, I told you not to clip that. I want a big clanger. So I'm recommending against clips. So I'm shooting myself in the foot. Maybe Jeff really did have the 15% ABV before the show started. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's like no. It's just life, when life rubs you paper thin and you add anything to that, it's like you cave in. David Letterman's anniversary shows did that, show clips from past episodes. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it just seemed to be like TV is not a thing anymore. Oh, all you kids. Mitch is never going to know the joy of television. Mitch is like, there was a joy, there was a community in television. Now we try to have it like, have you binged the latest show? Are you up to speed on it? It's like, it's not the same as knowing everywhere around the country on Thursday night, people were going to sit in front of the same, sit in front of a TV watching the same channel. And it just sort of kept that pulse of a culture. It kept you tracking. You're all paced, like I just saw Squid Game after it was the big bandwagon, everybody watched it. So I was out of sync. We used to synchronize our cycles, our media cycles back in the day. But yeah, having Hans here is like doing that. Like, it feels like a finale though. Like, you'd be a finale show and you bring back everybody. There's another viewer. There are a couple of viewers. I was just talking to producer Jill. Stevie Pickles. Where are you at, Stevie Pickles? And Lee Stack. It kind of, I mean, and it kind of makes you wonder, like, wow, did they pass away and didn't get like a nod? Like, are they? Oh, there's the huzzah. Producer Jill gets a huzzah. Oh, that warms the cockles of my heart. The cockles. Yes, that's so sweet. That's awesome. Thursday was Seinfeld. Yeah, Seinfeld and Friends. And Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Remember when I talked about that condo I bought? Yeah. I used to watch Space Ghost Coast to Coast. And I used to get up for work at 1 a.m. and I would stay up till like 10 at night. Yeah. Yeah, it was it was a different chapter. I was a different human being. Yeah, back then. Back then I was. Totally different. So, what do we have to talk about tonight? Mitch ain't here, so that's fine. That's okay. Mitch doesn't have to be here. Trying to remember now, was STTNG on Wednesday nights? STTNG, what was that? Mitch just still trying to find his bottle. Oh, Star Trek: The Next Generation. I wasn't a Trekkie. Yeah. Star Trek was the Next Generation. Yeah, I didn't watch that. My sister-in-law would have watched it. She was a total Trekkie. So I don't know what night that was on. I'm sure there are a million people here who would answer you and know when that was. So he's trying to find his bottle, or is he trying to find his terp, his turpentine? Uh-oh. What? This is weird. Oh no. See. Okay, so what? Okay, I'm just getting out of that. Let me know if you can you see it. This is Daytide by Chris Panettiere. Twin Peaks was Tuesdays. Oh, I gotta see that. I've never seen Twin Peaks. See, I wasn't in sync. I think at that point I was kind of not watching TV anymore. I don't know. So I hope you can see this. Oh, the Next Generation, depending on where you lived in Chicago, it eventually ended up on Saturday evening. Chicago. So yeah, this is again, I don't know how many people ordered it, but if you did, you're going to get that special treat. You're getting a special treat. And I don't know if anybody made a big deal about it, but it's going to be yes, want that can. Well, I don't know what to tell you about the can, but you're going to get a book if you ordered it. And this is the book. And I finished it. And man, I also read Philip Fricassi's intro for it. And oh my God, it is a great intro. And he's going to sign it. But this was an insanely awesome book. Like, the ending is badass, right? The ending, I'd be lying if I didn't say it got me a little choked up a little bit. But it's a wild book. If you're a fan of Clive Barker, you're gonna love this. It's not as gory as anything Clive Barker wrote at his goriest, but it has the dark fantasy vibe down. And it's, Clive Barker wrote his stories about people or groups of people, tribes of people operating just outside human perception, but occasionally would cross over. The Cenobites, every story basically is this idea that there's this thin membrane between worlds that is porous, and some things come in, some things go out. Weave World, there's people in a carpet. I mean, it's just really cool. This operates on the same thing, and it attempts to explain some of the imbalance in the world today. So it is a really interesting on a couple of levels, because if you read it thinking about 2025, thinking about the current state of culture in Western civilization and in the world, this book sort of colors in some of those spaces. And I mean, the ending is very satisfying. I really, and that counts for a lot with me. When you get to a book and you read it and you're really not sure how all the ends are going to get tied up or how it's going to reveal itself. And this book does all of that very satisfactorily and doesn't pull punches. It's like there could have been cop outs. I'm just thinking of how he landed the plane, and he could have copped out to, do a couple of things that I don't know. I thought it was Really good, really great book, and you'll be very happy if you get it. The very first Rapture title, only 350 copies. Philip Fracassi signature. If you're a completist, so you got to get it. Oh, if you're a Fracassi completist, well, wait till this. What do you see this? My ears were burning. Talking about Rapture summons Mitch conveniently, Zach. Yes, yes, conveniently. Seen that can last night when I remembered I did not order the latest Chappie. Oh, you got to get on that. Yep. Hull in the house. I want my turpentine and my $2. Oh, better off dead reference. We got a Mitch breach. You know the protocols. Also, the turpentine can is just a fun marketing thing that would be hella expensive to give those out. Yeah, it's a promotional thing. I appreciate the fun of it. The fun of it. But here, Mitch, have you learned a lesson? And what have we learned? What have we learned? When you wave the thing in front of the people, this sounds like coaching they give male strippers. When you wave the thing at in front of people, you're going to get a reaction. Full disclosure, I have no insight into any kind of coaching in the entertainment industry with regards to that. So I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. But anyway, yeah. So you learned not to show turpentine cans in the future, even though you can label it all you want. Like there are some people that every time an author posts something that they're going to want that. It's okay to shoot your shot, but if the author or somebody explicitly says in the post, I don't have these to give out, or these are not mine, or these are just things, like, you should, read the full thing before you reach out to the author. It's great shelf candy. Maybe if the demand is high enough, I can sell some terp cans with the label. Oh, see, now you're teasing everybody. Now you're teasing folks. That's like, no, but maybe you're being coy. You're like, no, but if you pursue it enough. Oh my God. So yeah, daytime with the upside down cross right on the cover. Mitch, you saw that, right? There's an upside. I know it's a steeple turned upside down. So I mean, I just don't know if you saw that right on your cover. It is a hell of a first release. Let me say that. I mean, as far as a book goes. Turpentine bookends. There are things you could do with a turpentine can. Things you could do. Things a fella could do. I'm sure. But we were talking about if you are this is something I'm going to show you in a minute. If you are a Fracassi completist, let me show you something that is going to be given away at JeffCon. These are slip-cased Third Rule of Time Travel, 4 copies, and these are going to be the JeffCon editions. So right now, these are all shrink wrapped and sealed, and they have nothing on the designation page. But at JeffCon, they will be opened, and JeffCon will be written in the designation. I have permission from Alex, and these were gifted from Alex as a sponsor. I guess that's what you would call a sponsor of JeffCon. He donated these 4 copies to JeffCon for the purposes of, he told me you could do whatever you want with them. You could sell them. You can give them away. You could keep them. You could keep them and just sit on them and be a thieving little bastard. But I said, no, this generosity, I'm I'm not going to sell them to turn around. It would support the Jeff Con, but I want to give them away. I want to have a lot of. I'd love to have something for every single attendee, so you leave with something. But these will be the Jeff Con editions. Jeff Con. I'm just going to write Jeff Con right there in the little designation. Boom. And so there will only be 4 in the world, and I won't even have one. So there's that, because I can't win I can't win the contest. And I'm trying to decide how to do the giveaways. I think I'm going to have a big whatever stack of stuff, and then the first person who wins gets to pick the first thing. So if you have a third rule of time travel and you're like, well, I don't want another one, I'll save that joy for somebody else. I want the Broken Binding edition. Okay, well, then we're in business. And then that way, the first winner gets the pick, the second winner gets the whatever's left, and so on and all that until all the prizes are gone, including maybe Pool Boy. Should I give away Pool Boy? I don't know. I don't know who wants Pool Boy. So got the Zagaba Roman. Don't let them get you down the other day. Oh, I thought it was Egotist. I misunderstood. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm so happy for you. Do the Jeff Con logo as a doodle. Oh, if I had any confidence that I could draw that well on the fly, I would do it. Maybe I could get the logo doodle down, but I also, I don't know. That is so damn awesome of Alex, isn't it? Yes. Mitch will win 3 of them. Oh, and you can only win 1. You can only win 1. Knife toss. Should we do a hatchet throwing thing? If I don't, then it's rigged. Whichever one, it's finally here. Oh, was it Egotist? That is how it begins. Oh, you're responding to the upside. Well, it's actually, Wesley, I was just busting Mitch's stones because it's really about the steeple of the church where the angels come down. So for them, it's sort of upside down because they're in the steeple. I did not mean to trigger the boom thing. Boom. Wesley. You know what? We're talking Jeff Con. Here we are. I'm going to show you the website. This is the website, and I'm very excited for it. I don't know if you'll see the link, but it's not going to be live yet. And I would say that my Patreon supporters are going to get the link first, and they're all going to have a code to get a sweet discount on tickets. So got to fly early tomorrow. Catch you on the replay. Take it easy. I'm glad to see you. We're here. Zach, have a good one. Good luck on the house, man. It's very exciting. Whatever way you're doing it right. Forward and onward. Yes. See you, Zach. So here is, oh my God. Producer Jill, I think, did a fantastic job on Jeff Con. So here it is, Jeff Con 1, the worst one. Because DEF Cons go from 5 to 1, and DEF Con 1 means bullet missiles are flying. So here it is. Oh, man. There it is, Jeff Con 1. There he is looking at you. It's 1F, Jeff Con 1. We're going to let it scroll. He's going to look. He's looking. Boom. There it is. Then here is where it's going to be. So a little description about the breakdown of the day. I don't have the schedule here, but I'm posting what is exactly going to happen. This is the place. This is where it is going to be. We're going to be inside here, and we also have this courtyard here. We could call it the graveyard if you'd like, if that gives it the horror vibe. Jeff, I still have never got the paid Patreon stuff. Can I get a link? PM to me. Steven, I don't see you on the rolls, but I'll talk to you offline. Um, I'll chat with you because I look for your name in the rolls as a supporter, and you're not there. But that we'll talk. It's all good, and I will. You don't have anything to worry about. Um, so that is where it'll be. This is a breakdown of the event. I have Rapture Brewing and Publishing is going to be there. Hello, Jay Stones. Good to see you. And then Philip Fracassi, Keelan Patrick Burke, Rapture Publishing and Brewing, and more. And there they are. I asked for permission to use the photos here. They both gave me their blessing. and then Rapture Publishing. I have a picture of Mitch I would rather place here, but I'm gonna I'm gonna hold off and just keep the logo, Mitch. Unless you want me to use that photo, which would be kind of fun, but I'll just keep this here. You didn't ask for my permission. um, you should really use the photo. I know Jill killed it. Fabulous job, producer. Yes, yes, she did. And there is a little bit of that. And then here we are. Here's where you buy tickets. And this is I can send you a bunch of photos to choose from. Okay. All right. If you would rather have a photo here of your choice, I kind of dug it, but we can you can give me a photo. Again, I'm not sharing the link. Oh, you can see the link. Oh, no, you can't. I'm going to share the link on Patreon first. Once I get the go ahead from producer Jill that this is 100% bona fide internet magic, I will post it. But then here's where you buy the tickets, man. That is a drawing that my daughter did that we did animate with AI. And I will do a full disclosure. This is AI and this is animated by AI. And I was conflicted about doing that. We were just building this and we were looking for placeholder stuff and we were looking for sketches to give Elsa to draw it for us. And producer Jill was fooling around, came up with this, and we thought it was cool and we left it. I wasn't going to because it's AI and I just, have feelings about AI, but we are not selling the website. If it was anything that was to be sold, I would not use AI. I would stay far away from it. If I was going to sell merch with with any art on it, if I was going to produce a book with any art on it, if I was going to, create any piece of written stuff, I would never use AI for that. So this as wallpaper on the website was the way I felt it was an acceptable use to just it's just me and Jill doing this. And it's really, really difficult, but I would never make money on something like this. And I just felt strongly about that. I wanted to make that clear that it took me a little bit to feel okay with running with this. So, and I just think Jill did such a great job on it. And I love this. Now, down here, we're going to have merch for the conference. There will be Jeff Con shirts. You'll be able to buy them. They'll ship directly to you from the place. And you can get them in time for Jeff Con if that is something you want to wear to Jeff Con. And even if you don't, I think they're awesome and hopefully you do too. And if you want to support the event and the channel, of course, that's a way to go. So I realize I'm horrible when I'm selling myself, but I am so proud of the work Jill did on this site. And for me, I was telling her, I didn't get choked up. I'm still 100% man. But when I saw this, I'm like, all the talk we've done for so long, talking about the Jeff Con, talking about, going to the venue and seeing the space and getting the agreement to rent it and putting things in place and getting Philip to be there, getting Keelan to be there, and Mitch to be there, and getting all this planning in place. It didn't really gel until Jill committed to the website. Once I saw this website, I felt like this is a real thing. You know, it's living in my head for so long, and Jill's head, and and everybody I know. It seems like it's been forever to get tickets up, and um, yes, the panic and anxiety is real, but here we are with it. And for me, when Jill did this, she made it real for me, and it's alive. It's a living thing, and I just think of all of us, or as many of us as possible, in this space, hanging out, talking to Philip, Keelan, and Mitch, and Stephen Dwayne Jr., and hopefully Joshua Poblano, and as many of you as I can fit in, hanging out, talking, finally meeting each other, and just being in the same space, man. It's a magic that you can't you can't I can't put it a bullet point on this list and make it real. It has to happen. And and it's only the chemistry that everybody brings. And I can't wait for it. Really can't wait. What? Um, Finally, some professionalism out of the Jeff family. Well done, producer Jill. Amen. I was referring to nudes. Oh, Mitch, get out of here. If we can't attend, can we still buy a ticket for the swag bag to be shipped? We're going to work on that. So it's a chicken and egg thing. I want to make sure. I want to get a head count as quickly as possible, an estimation of how many people will be there to set the numbers for how many things to produce and get a bow on it. And then, of course, an overrun of how many extra swag bags there will be. And yes. Then figuring out about tickets and swag bags. And so I think that I'll have to give that some thought, because if it's just as simple as buying a ticket, that's fine. I just don't want that to give us a bad head count. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want a lot of people to buy tickets to get the swag bags and then not attend. And while the motivation is great, and I think there will be an opportunity to buy swag bags separately. Let's put it that way. And stay tuned. Maybe there will be a little waiting list, or maybe if I can gauge interest on how many people will want a swag bag, I can bake that into the totals of whatever we create. So, but I'll also talk to Mitch about it and everybody involved here at Jeff Word Studios. But that's I definitely do want to be able to accommodate people who can't attend, because I know that's something. AI being used for fun is fine, in my opinion. Sell out. This kind of AI is fine with me. Also, if it was being sold as art, then that's different. Yes, that's how I felt. I'm glad to see that reflected back. 2020 Jeff would kick your ass. Any other year, Jeff would kick my ass. They would be mad for where we ended up. But then I would say, well, maybe I should kick your ass for putting me here. And then it'd be like we just end up getting drunk together and commiserating. It's not okay to use AI to replace creatives. No. And I didn't replace creatives, because otherwise, if we didn't use that, we wouldn't have anything. So we didn't have the budget to hire somebody to do it, and I'm not selling it. So I'm not stealing from anyone. It wasn't like, well, anyway, I think that kind of summed it up. Yeah, Jill killed it. Thank you. It's that feeling Jeff Word leaves you with, a black void where your insides would be. I can relate. It's going to be so fun. I hope so. I hope you're right. Over in the corner of that lot under the shade tree. Oh, Will you autograph the shirt? I could. I suppose I could. Um, I would be happy to if that's something you would like, but you'd have to obviously be at the attendance. And hello, Big A. Good to see you. Yes, Mike, next to my hobo barrel. Hell, I forgot it was Monday. No, David, that's okay. You could set up 2 ticket links, one for the swag bag only. Yeah, I've got a whole lot to catch up on. That's okay, David. Yeah, that's a point. That's a good point, Mitch. I mean, we're gonna figure that out. Um, that might be the way to go, I think. I think that because that way we get an accurate head count. Nobody's tempted to sort of skew the numbers, but yes. So will all Patreons get the link or just the paid first? John. Let's see. The paid Patreon members are getting the big discount. Which could incentivize people to join Patreon at a paid level for sure. Because so I will say that. But I could do 2 posts easily so that people people have the link, and then I just separately reach out to the paid Patreon members with their discount code. I could do that. So, oh, this is so thought out, isn't it? Kickoff party the night before, duck farts for everyone. Oh man. So yes, we have a few bars in the neighborhood. There's sport bars. There's a brewery nearby that has an event room, which is very tempting to me. I'm trying to. There's no way I'm making money on this event. So I'm just trying to see, like, if I could reserve that event room or just get a commitment from people that we're going to need this space. Maybe I don't need to spend money to do that. I don't know. We're going to figure that out. But maybe if people come in early enough, we can all meet up at there's a place called Monkey Town Brewing, because Dayton, Tennessee is Monkey Town. It's the historic town of the Scopes monkey trial. You can look it up. And so they have a Monkey Town Brewing, and they do craft brews, and no Rapture there, unfortunately. And then they have this whole little room. So, what is the official hotel and or base of operations? See, that's what chaps my ass, because there's no Campbell in Dayton. There's like 3 chains. There's a Sleep Inn, a Comfort Inn, and a Best Western, which is up the road a ways. So, and then none of them have a hotel bar. So, we're going to have to bar it ourselves. We're going to have to crash somewhere, or we're just going to have to. I mean, there's also like a bunch of motels nearby. I know, Jim. I know. That Campbell was so awesome. I know. We could bring the real ingredients this time. Yes. Yes, night before at Fracassi Fest was amazing. We must have for the first Jeff Con as well. Okay, we will. I mean, we will. I'm just trying to figure that out and get those things together. Scopes versus Ape about to be overturned next after they. Oh my God. MMW. I don't know what that means. When is this happening, Jay Stones? It is happening. Right here you can see it says the horror will happen on December 6th, 2025. Ground zero is Dayton, Tennessee, Monkey Town. So that is what December 6th, 2025. I'm gonna close out. So anyway, I was really excited to share that. I think, again, just sort of secondhand pride in what Jill pulled together, and also the thrill of getting this together and formalized and crystallized. Oh, it's going to be a great time, and I can't wait to see as many of you there as possible. And there'll be a lot to talk about there. There's going to be a lot of Philip Fracassi stuff that's coming out very, very, very soon, because after I read, I'm tomorrow I'm starting to read my reread of the Autumn Springs Retirement Home Massacre, and I cannot wait to read it. This is going to be so much fun, because when you read a whodunit the first time, your mind is working to, you're doing the detective work. You're sitting there going, all right, now who is the killer? Who's the person? And then you're looking for clues, and you're trying to put pieces together. And it's not distracting in a bad way, but it can be something that is running in the background. You got this other script running in the background of your brain about trying to figure things out instead of being in the moment. Upon a reread, knowing how it all turns out, knowing who the person is, you can enjoy it at its own pace and really linger in the moments. And there are some great moments in this. And of course, the version I previously read was different. It could be radically different. He could have changed the who and the who done it. Maybe. I don't know. But I doubt it. But maybe. Great book. I loved this book. I think it's going to be a banger for a lot of folks. And the revisions are going to be a lot of fun for me. And so I will have read this. But anyway, this book will be out. Philip has like a ton of stuff. What is he? He's got this. He's also going to get the UK edition is releasing September 30th at the end of this month. So you'll get the US edition in hardcover, and the hardcover is a really nice hardcover. Orange boards, man. Philip spoiled that for us, but that's okay. He shared pictures of the naked boards, and it looks really sharp. And I think the Tornite Fire finally got their act together with regards to Philip, and is putting out a book right on time. Autumn Springs Retire. It's a Autumn Springs. It's autumn in the title. It's orange. It's spooky season. It's perfectly timed, and it's a slasher. I mean, damn. And it would be a great movie. It would be a really great movie. And I think, God, I can't wait. I cannot wait. I'm going to just love reading this again. And I'm going to be jumping into it. But he'll also have the UK edition, which I think the cover is awesome. I love that cover. Yeah, Josh and Allison got hitched. I saw that. Josh Mallerman married a special lady friend. Congrats to both of them. Proust, Mazel Tov, Salud, Shlanya, whatever you say. By then, I should be done with all the DCC books and back on this bandwagon. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure you're enjoying yourself. My brother-in-law just started. I lent him the first DCC book. I'd rather say that than Dungeon Crawler Carl, because I the more ABVs I have. So I'm getting ready for a third time through. I just got the audio version. I'll be listening to it this week. That's cool. Josh is so happy. He's been crazy on Facebook. Yeah. I think he's also terrified. I think Josh Mellerman is also very terrified because he committed and he got married, and it's like a huge thing, but those kids are going to do well. Those kids are going to do fine. I'm very happy for both of them, as am I. I'm happy for happiness. I'm happy for the more happiness there is. I I'm all for more happy. Here's to more happy. So, yes, it'll be my second read, my first of the final draft, and so stoked. But that UK cover, he's got two awesome covers, man. I love the UK one. Jeff, do you blame him? My anniversary was 2 weeks ago. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary to you. Cheers. Kids, Josh is like my age. I know. I know. And that's what I'm thinking. Well, you got to say they're acting like kids. He's a child at heart. 44 years. Wow. 44 years ago, I was 7. No. Oh my God. What was I? What? 9? Oh my God. You got married when I was 9. Wow. I'm an old man. I just got older too. Old. And then Milo starts sleeping by me, confirming, you just have a birthday and you're a person of a certain age and you're going through some shit. And then the cat sleeps by you out of the blue. And I'm not supposed to think I'm dead? You were 26. Wow. That was a good ripe age 44 years ago to get married. Well, that's quite amazing and well deserved kudos to you. And yes. So and then there's Gothic. He's gonna have we can show that, I guess. What do we got? We got Gothic. If you didn't get this, I don't know why not. Gothic $23 signed, and it is going to be flat signed and numbered. And I think a little something extra is going to be tossed in there. It's a great read. This is a great read. So you're gonna be happy. So this will be there, but it'll also, if you don't get the signed one direct from Clash, you can get an unsigned one and then get it signed at Jeff Con. That's what it's there for, people. So, and then of course, get Widows of Winding Gale. You can get that. You can get some where is it? I thought I pulled it up. Oh, yeah, it's right there. What? Oh, it just doesn't show. Yes. So, oops. Oopsie poops. I can't believe this is still available. I'm tempted to buy another one because it was such a great read. I read the arc and I did the review. And this is also another book that's right on time. Autumn Springs, Widows of Winding Gale. Great November, great October vibes, man. And I think this is now shipping. I think it is. I think it's going to be because Keelan got his copies, so I think it's imminent. I'm not 100% sure. And oh man, I'm so excited, and I want to share it. These are books I'm excited for because I'm also excited for you get to read these. So it'll be great. And I think you're gonna like them. Hello, Russell. Good to see you. Good to see you, Russell. Thank you. Thank you. The diabolical cover, yes. Keelan posted his final version today. Was so good looking. Yeah. Me too, Jeff. That book is amazing. I know. It's a lot of fun and really, really creepy vibe to that. Loki time. Take it easy. Take it easy. Go tend to Loki. Loki. So Widows of Winding Gale, we talked about. Autumn Springs Retirement Home Massacre, of course. And then, of course, There's the UK edition, I said, and also a Child Alone with Strangers paperback is releasing before. So you can get Autumn Springs, US, UK, Gothic from Clash, and Child Alone with Strangers. So if you don't have any or all of those, you should have them all pre-ordered. But if you get unsigned copies, you can magically turn them into signed copies at Jeff Con, just through magic, through force of will. So that'll be so much fun. And I'll tell you, like we talk a lot about Fracassi Fest, or at least I do when I think of Jeff Con, because the vibe, I want it to be identical. I want it to be like we're hanging out. We're mostly loosey goosey hanging out, having fun, you know. And depending on how well this goes, and there's the opportunity to a year later or 2 years later fine tune and up it, get something, maybe a new location or somewhere in a hotel. Maybe we'll just take over a whole hotel. That might get out of hand. So I hope I get my pre-order, but Adam's post the other day was kind of worrisome. You'll get it. Mike. So if you're not aware, Underbrush was doing a lot of signed Fracassi books via book plates, and Adam was the driving force at Underbrush. He worked there, I don't know how long, he said 2 years, and he really did do a lot of their events and a lot of promotions and things like that. So he parted ways with Underbrush, and I think it wasn't mutual. I don't think he was happy about it. He seemed pretty hurt over it, and I don't blame him. I mean, it's never easy to lose a job. Trust me. And it was kind of a sad to see it happen. It's one of those things where if the business doesn't have the money to pay, then you can't really blame the business. You can't be mad at the business for cutting someone. If they couldn't afford them anymore. So it's sort of those things. It's sad all the way around. You hate to see it happen, but I have every confidence that the orders will be fulfilled as they were taken. And I hope Adam lands somewhere comfortable and happy. And I assume he will. And because he was a charismatic, personable, nice guy. And I mean, I can't speak to his work ethic, but he was really great, and a lot of fun at Fracassi Fest on behalf of Underbrush. So he got a lot of attention. He sold a lot of books. He's a good guy. Going on to order another one just in case from elsewhere. Yeah. Well, it's always good. See, I like to order from Underbrush to get the book plate because I like collecting the book plates. But I like to get the flat signed ones from elsewhere. And of course, Mike, you can always just order from elsewhere an unsigned copy. You know how that goes. You know how that song's going to end. So I'm beyond excited, and when I get the go ahead to post this, I will share it on the Patreon first, and I will reach out to you, Stephen Wayne Elsie Jr. Maybe not tonight, maybe not after this live, since you're going to tend to your Loki duties, but tomorrow or so, and work out about the Patreon stuff. But anyway, one last thing. I was at Costco the other day, and now I don't know if anybody saw these, but these are like leather-bound special editions of horror classics. Yeah, the shrink wrap's bothering me too. So, and I was going to do a video about how all these books nowadays, they're all special now. Oh, you could smell the chemicals. Yeah, this has got the chemical smell. But so anyway, Costco had these on sale. These are horror classics, the horror collection. So what do we got here? And then yeah, there's sprayed edges, so you can see that. And then you raise it up. Oh, they're sprayed all the way around. And this is selected works of Edgar Allan Poe, not the complete works. And yeah, this is how the Bible edition, I picture the Bible edition of Boys in the Valley, I pictured it would be. But this is all embossed. This is neat. I mean, if you like horror and you want something fun and you're going to read it, well, if you can read it, look at this tight. They crammed it. They crammed it full of words. So anyway, and then you got Frankenstein. This is instead of Centipede Press, you got Frankenstein. And of course, all the sprayed edges. And you have to put them back in the box in the same order, you know. But this is, oh, it's got end sheets. Look at that. Costco, $44. I just wonder why they went all words on this. When for Edgar Allan Poe, you got the Poe. You got Poe there. Then what else you got? Now, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow and Other Tales. And they went with words here. Why did Edgar Allan Poe get his face? And they all have different end sheets. It's not going to put Suntop out of business for sure, but it is interesting. And Other Tales, I wonder what the other tales are. And they're all Washington Irving tales. Okay. I did not realize Washington Irving was so prolific. Then you got Dracula, and of course, a howling dog. This I was curious to see because this is classic horror tales, right? So, what kind of classic are you talking about? Do we got any? Oh, these are all super old. 1887, 1904. Oh, these are beyond classics. I was wondering if they were going to have like um Stephen King or something, because by now you can call him classic. But the oldest thing in here, it looks like an H.P. Lovecraft story from no, that's 1922. The oldest thing in here is from 1926. Oh, that's an H.P. Lovecraft story. So it's fun. It's fun. I don't know if that's anything anybody cares. And then the Brothers Grimm. The Brothers Grimm, because they had to fill the thing out. So, but it was interesting because I also filmed while I was at Costco some other books they had there. And right there on that table of books, they had a bunch of books with sprayed edges and whatnot. And I'm like, the arms race of special is getting out of hand. All the books are special now. There's no such thing as non-special. So sprayed edges are here. They are here. And they're going to be ubiquitous. The Costco set looks amazing. Love the sprayed edges too. Yeah. Very cool. Speaking of Suntop, when do we expect the next book is? What do we expect the next book is? I think people expect No Country for Old Men. That's what people are expecting. And if it is signed by the Coen brothers, I'm a riot. I'm a riot. I will lose my goddamn mind if the Coen brothers sign that book and I don't have it. And I have The Road and Blood Meridian up there and I don't have No Country. There's no way I can get that book unless I trade for it. I would consider trading for that book. I have a lot of Suntups and I would consider trading for No Country. That's the Word Cloud brand. Almost all their covers have word clouds on the cover. They also do other classics like Tolkien, Dickens, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, etc. Okay. Yeah, I just wondered why Poe got the special treatment. I mean, here it is on the side. Um, I remember word clouds. I used to like word clouds. I'm gonna take the band off. I don't care. I don't care if that devalues it. But yeah, here's all the covers, and Poe's the only one that gets a face. Frankenstein has the Frankenstein's monster has a face. Put Gene Wilder on there. I know he wasn't the Victor Frankenstein. You know, not the. So yes. Anyway, that's pretty much a show I had for tonight. I bundled it all up real nice for you, and it was a great cameo, great revisiting Hans. Glad to see he was here. Very excited to get this website up and live so we can get some Frankenstein. Yeah. So we can get some head count going so we can get a better idea and get some stuff finalized and up and running for you all. And God, it's gonna be a lot of fun. But and I'll have, based on the conversation this evening, I'll consider how to just do a buy a swag bag only option, which comes with shipping. So that's a whole different thing. I'll have to, ship. There is one person who did reach out to me, and he's not from the States, and he admitted he wouldn't be able to attend, and I was going to make a special accommodation for him for sure. But yeah, I'm going to have to figure out the swag bag situation if there are people who just want to buy one. And I'm going to have to probably severely limit those and then open it back up if not enough tickets are sold, and then say, all right, well, these are the surplus that I will then post up on Patreon or elsewhere. So, night all, I'm a year older and get tired quickly. Well, happy birthday, happy anniversary, and I'm glad you were here. I'm gonna get checking out. Thanks for the stream. Sean isn't coming. I'm guessing that is who you're talking about. Yeah, I know. I mean, the city of Dayton is happy. They don't have to have extra police force here, but the Australian wrecking ball, great guy, man. He's a great guy. I was sad when he said he wouldn't be able to make it. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So sorry, Mike. It's a bummer. It's a total bummer. I know. So good night, everyone. Go get your fricassees. Go get your Costco's. Go get your Widows of Winding Gale. Go get your Keelan Patrick Burks. Go get your Raptures. Get your Day Tides. Go get them all, and be good to yourself and each other. And I will be very busy, and you will see that. And I appreciate on Jill's behalf. I thank you for your praise of her work, and it means a lot. So thank you so much. And with that said, I'll see you next week. If Milo isn't correct, I'll be back next week. So good night, all, and to all a good night.